after those early days of being absolutely beaten all over the place. Now they are back. They're also back today after a terrible first day, having a much better second day.
He wants to try and fight this. Whisper doesn't have the damage from Edict. Stinger will try and control him while, well, its own battle resolution so low on life. 200 HP. Chrislock went on him, but that now buffs up the Bloodseeker so he can chase up no one in the mid. They Laguna him down. K1 not feeling too good about this, but he's still got that high movement speed, turning his attention towards Solo. But the Leshrac arrays from safe. They just continue time and time again, creating space. Not enough for Solo to survive, but no one puts down the ice wall, keeps everyone nice and slow, buying time for Epi and Resolution to come in towards the mid. The split earth dodged out by no one, trying to regenerate up on the hill. Won't happen. Stinger finds the kill, but another great two-man torrent. Epi, he can't get enough damage out, but the snowball, here we go. We're all rolling ourselves over towards the Kunkka, but a three-man light strike array. Save is doing the work. Stinger will save it off as well with the purifying flames and the heal into Tusker. They're going to force promise, but another three-man stun. BEASTCOAST, together we dive, together we stun, and together we die. Skullfeld under the tier 1 tower. Chrislock still trying to battle this one out, looking for the kill over on safe, but K1 now he'll join the fight. A double for Epi, but the Bloodseeker is all over the mid lane. A triple kill for K1. 3 kills in 3 seconds. Time to fortify. That Edict just rips apart the tower. Triple TPs coming in from Virtus.pro. And with an X marker spot, Whisper, your Scepter's up. He knew the timing from Resolution was going to come. They torrent, actually just tornado. Everything that starts with a T goes in towards BEASTCOAST. Whisper will get some extra damage out before he'll end up dying. The Skullfell was nearby, but that extra damage allows K1 and Chrislock to come in to kill off Resolution and move to the next target. With the TA trap, Solo can't go anywhere, and the great shards. The step from Skullfell, making sure that no one can't make his break into the tree lines. So Solo, he'll end up dying in a second, but you know the bigger one they want to kill off no one. That's why they've just left the Keeper of the Light to chase after this Invoker. He doesn't really have anything to give right now. What have we got? Ghostwalk, but he doesn't have the mana. Short by 10. No one can't keep the run going through threes.
Dude, they're so sick, man. They get the first kill, no problem.
Resolution, Skullfeld, the shards, it goes straight through Resolution, and he will get the snowball off, but no other will control until the Walrus Punch, waiting it, and here we go. Rupture up, Resolution's like, well, come and play in my shipyard. Nope, that's not gonna help me. Hold him. I kind of want to see him. What is he doing? Skullfeld, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
I mean, the first cancel made sense. He's like, oh, we don't have any TP cancels, so I gotta make sure I can serve mine. The next 64, though, probably necessary, but it does serve to intimidate your enemy, which is an integral part. Tier 3 is gonna go to at least half HP, possibly it's even just dead. Where's TA? TA's up top just distracting people with the Aegis.
Yep.
They're on your base.
And Invoker's taking too long to get back down here. They'll take melee. K1's looking for someone to come close, and they bought time for Rupture to come off cooldown, so no one. He'll be the first one to be ruptured up. Skullfeld's like, well, can I do something with this? Shards, try and block him around. He'll snowball, actually dodge both the Wraith Fire Blast and the Torrent, coming over towards the Invoker, toss him up with a kick, and that actually gives some extra damage in, but it's still the death of Skull. They haven't finished the melee racks. K1's working pretty hard at it. Now he'll burn the BKB, and maybe it's time to fight. Epi Kid, very low on life, but they've already found the extra kill. Stinger being dropped, but K1's the big one. He's going ham in the back lines. Needs to keep running away, however. The Manasal dodges the Wraith Fire Blast, and he'll get back up the hill and away to see. The same cannot be said for Leshrac, however. Whisper up in the air, but then K1, it's a re-engage, jumping in the back lines, right on top of the Lina. Another defensive heals up the Whisper with a deafening blast, being pushed back around. No one can finally kill him up, but no one's so low. K1, he's disarmed, he can't attack. Now he finally can get back into it. 4 attacks to kill off no one. Then he turns his attention towards the Kunkka. How much damage did he do? He stops to deny creeps as opposed to hitting the hero.
Meanwhile, there's a TA on your top rack. He's going to take out the range. Now working on the melee. Takes out Epi Kid. Oh my god, he's going to kill him.
No.
Not like this. GG, yeah, get the hell out of here. V just got worked.
It's over.
22-20. I don't care if they're down in kills. BEASTCOAST is miles ahead in style. Holy shit. I thought Hector was like playing in the Matrix. You see that juke on the Lina stun? Like, he runs through the animation almost, moving at warp speed.
We global silence, we land some poison, we gust some guys, and then we're able to like kill 1 or 2 in that initial engagement. If it becomes like a wide...
Resolution's too focused on the farm instead. Top lane, K1's going to go again. The Rupture is out over on Silencer. Has to walk himself out of the blood right. Save, going to go for the disruption. Scott still uncertain what he wants to do. Stinger will die in the meantime, but a nice spike. Carapace gets the followings done into the Silencer because he does have the curse on him. Solo will get the +2. He'll lose his life for it, but it won't stop K1 from continuously diving the save under the tier 1 tower. Support's coming in. K1 has to cut through the trees and now run away as no one will arrive in the lane. But this forces no one to TP out, so Chris will get a little bit of breathing room.
So you got Necro.
And Whisper. Time to Rolling Thunder. Turn it around. Shield Crash. Almost out of range. No break free to kill off.
It is by far your best tool for pushing towers, for farming, dealing damage in fights. Just get this up ASAP.
Bit of a problematic position for Resolution. He still does a hell of a lot of damage. Scottfeld has to move away. Remember, he's ruptured up, and that's why Stinger's here. It's like, all right, we'll wall him, we'll attack him from range. Now K1's like, all right, I can come back in again. The Edict is gone. The Whisper, he's in trouble once more. No one solo and save, all chasing down this Pango. He does a hell of a lot of damage, however, but there's just no support because they were too busy killing off Rezo.
Man, admirable effort. He does preserve his mid tower for now, at least. That Necro will be up in just 10 more seconds.
Scottfeld, he'll need a spike Carapace to try and save some kind of damage. Turn for a stun. Slows the creep wave, but the poison touch? Won't matter, he'll pop anyway. As the Invis Rune Shadow Demon, who's holding the Tome of Knowledge in his backpack, starts with Disruption off, and then the jump. Whisper, really nice hit through the backlines, combining with the Impale. No one gets deleted so quickly, and Whisper, under the cover of that Rolling Thunder, just keeps bouncing around, never-ending chain stuns onto Resolution to bring him down too. And Virtus.pro pushing up into the high ground, felt confident enough, they put the Observer Ward down, then they lost their entire team. Yep. And the Necro books as well to make sure they don't kill the Nyx.
And you can see B as a core Leshrac. Who has the most HP on this Radiant side? Their tankiest hero is a Dazzle at 1400.
Yeah, definitely not great.
Silence.
Yeah, Pango's having a hard time getting out of this one. He really needed to get that roll up, but couldn't do it. Tiny, good avalanche, looking for at least a revenge kill into Solo. Toss any kind of tree, and he's looking for it. He's able to claim it. He claims it after death, however.
That means there's a +2.
That
or -2, depending on whether you think the glass is half full or empty.
Well, it could still be on the list.
And man, these Beast Coast heroes, it feels like they're one fight away from just taking over this fight. And yeah, now
here we
Hector's here. Get on out of here.
Hey, Rez! This is going to be your 4th death of the game. Rolling Thunder from Pango, jumping forward, making sure Leshrac doesn't even get the stun and allows him to move forward, looking for another target, and the Drow Ranger. Again, Silencer comes in with the help of Dazzle. Bloodseeker having a very hard time. The Blood Right will kick in. K1 needs to find kill so he can stay in the fight, but the Storm as well as the wall. No one and Drow Ranger trapped in here, but where's the follow-up damage? Without the Bloodseeker, it's very difficult when the Pango does not hit that swashbuckle, but Chris Luck will try and do the work instead. Maybe if one more attack. Now, there he goes. Epic Kid will finally fall. SD delayed this. He'll end up dying as well. He might bring Stinger down with him with the poison. It does actually connect and save one hit away. Chris Luck will do it. Resolution. It started with his death and all with his kill. If he can catch out Chris Luck, but there's no Yule Scepter, there's no control. Chris will just walk it off.
He's level 8, man. You're not making that happen. Chris Luck is level 2000 HP. Supports, there's nothing they can do. He even missed the swashbuckle, split the uprights. Otherwise, that fight goes
here we go again. The wall's up, the Observe Ward on the hillside. It saw everything they needed to. And Solo at least gets the curse off. Doesn't commit the global silence, however. There's more support arrives. Whisper into the Rolling Thunder. Needs this to battle on top of Resolution. Gets the following chain stuns into save. Needs to get down this hill, however. The Blood Right comes in, then the swashbuckle away to safety. No one ruptured up. They feel like going in. A Nyx Assassin, throw him in, turn on the spike. Get any kind of chain stuns you possibly can. But then Epic Kid sits on the high ground, does all the damage he needs to. Stinger once again trying to work it with Chris Luck, but they can't get it when defensive disruptions there from safe. Finally, they will do so. No one will fall once more. As Chris Luck on the wrong side of the tracks turns again for the avalanche toss combination. Where is his friend? Whisper comes in, gets the disarm on the Drow Ranger, but now with the swashbuckle, he's got it a little bit too deep. Tiny will definitely die, but he shield crushes himself down the hill and away to safety. Whisper.
Seen sometimes people go like Necro 3 on Dazzle, but I really think you just rush that Necro because it's your acceleration item. It's almost better than a Midas. Then you go for all these team fight support items. the Rush Necro 3 just kind of feels off.
Rez is
too
baiting.
expensive.
He knows the Sentry Wood is there. They already had that little dabble with Nyx, but the Spike Carapace ends up sending him back. But the Pulse Nova and the Edict damage with Global Silence. Six Assassin tries to use the Shrine to stay alive, but it won't happen. But so much damage has been done that now it's K1's turn just to kill everybody. He wants to try and catch up Kid. It won't work, however. He'll kill off the two supports instead, and then he can move himself over the Drow Ranger while the Storm Dazzle. Is he going to TP out? No, Chris Luck. He gets the Avalanche in time. No one under where the tier 2 tower used to be. Drow Ranger was at least able to get back to safety with no other Suns to be able to just TP home. No one will not be so lucky. They'll break the edge of the Immortal. And once again, it feels like a team is very willing to fight into Beast Coast and very willing to die to Beast Coast.
It's this Bloodseeker, man. Stop giving him Bloodseeker.
I'm trying to look on the bright side of life. Remember what the Monty Python boys always say.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That is true.
A save, trying to come closer. Able to do so. The Glimmer Cape let him close the distance. A quick glimpse away by Stinger. Chris trying to have a little bit more time. The Purge slowing him down. And then with the Storm, they have to run around it. Leshrac, okay, here we go. Bloodseeker, it's time to fight. And with a huge swashbuckle all over him is Solo, who got ruptured up. And they just shield crash their way in. Pango copping so damage. They still need to focus Epikid at some point. Now Whisper will finally join in. The BKB Bloodseeker. Does he really want to rejoin this fight? I think it's about that time. No one's low. The tree toss going to be a little bit off target. Without the Pango, it feels like Beast Coast would give a little respect to VP.
Well, credit.
Issues galore. 25-minute runes are about to spawn. Skullfelt. Resolution once again. Feels like he's always the starter of this. They triggered the global silence. This is a huge thing for Beast Coast because now Pango can Rolling Thunder if he can join the fight. They're already in the way. Leshrac has to BKB nice and early on, but all these low heroes, but it's K1 who gets focused down by Epi. They do get the fast stuns, but now Whisper rolls through a 3-man disarm into a secondary shield crush. Epikid, he's kept alive by the Shallow Grave, but he's brought over to Singer, who should be able to finish the job. Actually, he does almost no damage, but yeah, with the help of Whisper, they bring him down. But underneath the shrine, a glimpse, goodbye save. His illusions can remain. Whisper kind of tramped another jump, another Shallow Grave. Solo surviving. Skullfeld, the curse will wear off as he TPs away to safety. And Beast Coast, this time around, they bought off more than they can chew. And defensive wall, and now just continues to run. The Observer Ward did see which way he did run, but he's coming to his own Observer Ward, so he can battle inside of Vision.
Sick. That is so good. And now
with Courier. Yeah, with Courier as well. That thing just delivered. It's going straight over the top of everyone else. The Rupture is out. Resolution. Good Storm in the back lines. There goes your save. If they can keep the Suns going, Global Silence returns around. And maybe now with the Shallow Grave, save can do some work. Purging over onto K1. They're bouncing around Roshan. Finally, Epikid. He's going to be used up and then down on the fall. Chris Luck finding that kill. And Bloodseeker's so lucky. Misses uphill from Solo. So K1's able to survive, but the battle continues. Resolution begins his own TP. Glimpse is available. Add TP. He got to go home for half a second to say goodbye to the family. And now Roshan is opened up for Beast Coast. That's massively amplified. Tiny's already got his huge one, thanks to the full Daedal is completed.
Just wait till Whisper starts to make moves. He has that Ags picked up along with the Diffusal and the Maelstrom.
Pull him back up, and this time it's going to be Solo. He'll get the Shallow Grave. I don't know if that's enough to get him back. Someone got a 4-star? Someone got some way to save him?
Nah. And Whisper also, he has the talent for the 2-second shield crash in Rolling Thunder, too. So he gets that spell off. You're in so much trouble. Bottom lane, Nectar's forcing TPs inside the base.
Yeah, you already the rush. My God. The volley save had no chance to survive this, and Whisper's just Rolling Thundering around. Swashbuckling as he goes. And Resolution's run back in. Sunstop, slowed up, and then glimpsed back over. He has no BKB for protection, just the Shallow Grave. But look at Chris playing for size exactly where he wants to be with that volley. Resolution has to buy back, so does Solo, to try and repel Beast Coast from the base, but they got so many backs. And the tier 3 tower, but you know this is Beast Coast. They want to keep fighting a little bit more. Solo, the Shallow Graves from no one. He's playing like a support. There's no damage from him. That has to come from Epikid. They get the damage out, but it kills not only the Aegis, the Immortal Bloodseeker. Solo gets swung by, and another glimpse. Resolution, BKB or not, Shallow Grave or not. He is totally dead. And I think with it, the hopes of this game. That's the second time I've seen K1 DX.
It's not even the XD. You get a DX.
It's the other way around. And he's trying to volley in. Chris,
try to kill him in the fountain.
My God. There is such shenanigans. You haven't even taken a second lane of Rax yet, guys. I know you feel confident. And Chris wants to go. His volley didn't back off cooldown.
Oh no, he's getting towards the trees.
Yeah, be careful. Turn around. Whisper needs to land the stun. And now no one. Boom, boom, boom. BKB, he'll move up.
Team?
He's TPing out. What is this? K1's like, am I the only one playing objective-based gaming? We see the real test happen as the team fight's already going to begin. Leshrac up next to the bounty runes. That's what they started to fight over. No one. And backlines, Chris trying to get some of this damage out, but he can't do it. He's in the middle of 4-5 heroes from Virtus.pro, dead for 100 seconds. And a jump forward, Leshrac, Spike Carapace stunned up. He couldn't really get himself free of that one. They need to keep him controlled with a shield crush, bouncing through a little bit too deep there for the Pango. And he's actually kind of trapped on the edge of Roshan's cliff. And maybe BEASTCOAST, were you too aggressive? This game was not in the bag yet. K1 is going to try and put it there, going after Sulencer, but the Shallow Grave will end up protecting him. And BEASTCOAST will back off. Oh, the jump. If that Shallow Grave ended half of a second earlier, very valuable now on Nyx Assassin. No surprises. Whisper's trying to push in through the top lane. Has Tani decided to change his item build at all? No, he has not. There, so we've got two bashes. In the tree lines, Drow Ranger. Looking for their own target. Just a couple of illusions of Bloodseeker scouting out the Rupture. Over on Silencer. Man, he takes so much damage getting pushed away by the Rolling Thunder. No, Whisper! Jump yourself down! Never go full RTZ. The BKB will not protect Dazzle. He has a Shelly Epic Kid on the run from K1 before start forward by the Nyx Assassin. Keeps that distance nice and close for K1. 3 heroes down. That's a little bit of composure, and they get the GG call out. BEASTCOAST will get a 4-0 record for day 2 of ESL 1, repairing their 0-4 of day 1.
I said they needed advantageous positioning, and then all of a sudden BEASTCOAST pop them in the jungle. They have